All right, Shalom, Akim. We're coming back again to prophesy the downfall of America and to let the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians know that you are the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. All right, we want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Brakah Kodash, and double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. No other camp out there has done it the way our elders of GMS that started out with One West with Ariyah and Abba Bivens, all right, and we're the ones that are pushing this truth 100%, man, all right, and we're here to let the people on the 12 tribe sign, because you got scoffers that don't believe that this sign is the truth when it's prophesied in the book of Ezekiel, man, all right, and the prophecies, the indicators of the curses and the certain characteristics fit these certain people that are on this sign, man. There's no doubt about it. All right, so that's our job, is to come out here and to prophesy again, as I said, of the downfall of America, Great Babylon, and let the so-called white man know who he is according to the Bible, as we're letting our own people, the 2/3, know who they are and what they're gonna receive as a just punishment for all their actions, man, on this earth. Okay, and being ignorant towards the Most High's word is not gonna give you a pass into the kingdom. Okay, so the brother's gonna jump off with 2nd Ezra chapter 15. And we're going to jump into some prophecies regarding America and how Esau and America is representation of death, all right? And how it encompasses the whole earth.
Right. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 1, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
Yep, speak in the ears of his people, all right? You got to hear these little small details and understand who are his people. So what do you have to do? You have to go back into the beginning of the Bible and know who the Most High's people is. So these prophecies that are written in the book, or these oracles that are received by holy men, all right, as prescribed by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, they're obligated to go onto the highways and the hedges, all right, or into the wilderness, wherever it may be. 2018, we go to downtown areas, or we go to the chief place of concourse, and that's where we're gonna make known the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and the coming destruction of America. Just like they let know the coming destruction of Great Babylon, all right, the Medo-Persian Empire, the Greeks and the Romans, they all fell because of what? Their great pride and wickedness. Right. Just like America. America's full of great pride, hatred, you know? All iniquity and abomination thrives here in this city, man, in this place, this great kingdom, all right? So go ahead.
Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy.
The words of prophecy. The word prophecy means to say before. Right. So we're letting you know what's coming to this place, America. San Angelo's gonna feel it, all right? Even if you hide inside the outskirts of San Angelo, you hide under your underground bunkers, you doomsday preppers, right. Y'all gonna feel it too, right. All right? Because you're gonna have people that are gonna be looting the city. They're gonna leave the city and go out to start going into your little man caves that you got out here in the wilderness. Right. All right, you got a lot of Edomites, so-called white people that like to hunt. They like to go and kill deer for sport, which proves that you're Edomites, because that's what Esau did. Esau, all right, a Hebrew Edomite, man. Okay, that's who you are biblically according to the Bible. All right, you're not no Hebrew Israelite, you're not no Jew. You can hate it all you want. You're gonna go into captivity for the period of 1,000 years. You're gonna be eradicated from the face of the earth. Thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so you can hide whatever you want under the earth. You can try to hide in the heavens, in the ocean, in the mountains. The Most High is gonna find you out. Because why? Because He's gonna send out them candlesticks. What are those candlesticks? The hunters, the men of the Lord, the 144,000. They're gonna search you out and they're gonna destroy you, man. And they're gonna put you, either gonna kill you or they're gonna put you into captivity. Heavy bondage, double. And double isn't mean two. It has no ending. That's just the word that we use in the English word, in the English term. But when you go into the Hebrew and the Greek, there's no ending to it. All right. So we're speaking the words of prophecy to the ears of His people. All right, and to let the enemy know. Just like a while ago, you had an Edomite bitch that walked into the, excuse my language, but she walked in flipping us off. You know. And you women are gonna feel it too, man. You women are not exempt. Go ahead.
Which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh.
Yep.
And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Because they are faithful and true. These words are true. And throughout the history, the course of history, since the beginning of the world, all prophecy has been continuously being fulfilled, man. There's no doubt about it that this book is not real. There's no doubt. This book is very real, man. This book, this spirit that's contained in this book is a living spirit, man. Living words. This ain't no little book. It's like, have you ever seen the movie Never Ending Story? All right, you got this movie called Never Ending Story with the Atreyu. There's a little boy where he's reading a book, but those words are he's so into that book that it starts manifesting itself into reality. So to where the boy in the story can feel, or the boy that's reading the book can feel the pain of that boy in that story, and vice versa. They start being connected. That's how this book is, man. All right, and there's a part in the movie where when he opens a book, a beam of light comes through. That's how this book is, man. This is a never-ending story. This word is always going to endure and continue throughout all the ages until the kingdom come forever and ever and ever more, man. There's no ending to this word, man. All right, y'all people think that this is the end of all kingdoms here in America. This place will be destroyed, man. This is not it. There's greater things to come. This place is mediocre compared to what is prophesied in the Bible, man. The kingdom. What you people say that when you die, you're gonna go to heaven. You ain't gotta die to go to heaven, man. We're in heaven right now. When we're preaching this word, this is heaven. But it's gonna be way better because we're gonna receive crowns of glory. We're gonna receive a palm in our right hand that represents peace. But the kingdom of heaven is gonna be here on earth, man. While y'all living in y'all's hell, you Edomites are gonna be, like I said, y'all gonna be put into captivity for all the atrocities, the calamities that you committed here on the earth. Your abominations, your hard speeches. You oppose towards everything that was called the Most High. You labeled yourself as the Israelites or as the Jews, which are the Negro Latino, or the Negroes, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, who are the Negroes today, and the West Indians, the Haitians, all right, the Jamaicans. You know? Go ahead.
And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
That's right. The word incredulity means disbelief. Because you got a lot of people out here, they don't believe in what we're talking about, or what we're reading out of the Bible. All right? They don't have the true spirit of belief. They're really faithless individuals, man. They really have demons on them, man. All right, the pride is a demon spirit. All right, if you're proud, you got a demon on you. You know, because that's not the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah that's contained in the Bible. Okay, go ahead.
Fear not the imaginations against thee.
Right, we don't fear what you think or what you feel about us, man. We come in for the glorification and the glory to honor Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, who you call God and Jesus. We're not gonna fear what you say or what you think. Okay? That's the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear. So when we come out here, that takes great courage, man. And to go into the prophecies and to break down to them, to these other nations, these heathens, and to let them know what they're gonna receive as a reward for what they've done here on the earth, that takes great courage, man. But it's not of men, it's of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And how is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai doing that? By the hand of our enemies, the Edomites, all right, or the other nations, a Moabite or Ammonite, Ishmaelite, all right, etc. They're the ones that are killing us. Be like, oh, there ain't no Chinese man or a Japanese man killing us. Yeah, they are, man. They're killing you through these different foods, these different additives that they add into ingredients in their foods. They're killing you, man. They're killing you softly, slowly, lowering your frequency down. You don't even know it. You don't even care to know it. The MSG was created by either a Moabite or Ammonite, and it's a formula. Now they add it to foods. That's what gets people craving food like a drug, man. And that destroys you. So they're killing you in different ways, man. All right, through their philosophies, their doctrines, their ideologies, their ideas. You know? So and you 2/3 are gonna die in your unfaithfulness, man. By the hand of your enemy, Esau, because he's the one that's reigning right now. Okay? Go ahead.
Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
See, famine and death and destruction. That's what's coming. That's what the Most High has planned for this place called of America and the four corners of the earth. Mexico's gonna feel it. Canada's gonna feel it. Check it out. Hawaii's feeling it. Hawaii was experiencing, volcano eruptions and things of that nature over there, man. You know, people's houses were getting burned down. There was mainly a lot of Edomites over there in Hawaii. They were suffering destruction, man, by that fire, and that was by Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Just like here in the San Angelo has great pride upon it. This place was never like that. All the crime, the hate, the road rage that's here in San Angelo, you got a great recompense coming to this place, man.
Right.
A lot of people are gonna start perishing here in America, here in San Angelo, man. Like they already are, man. You got a lot of bums out here, a lot of people that go to these shelter homes. That's a sign of the Most High not dealing with this place. This place is like Sodom and Gomorrah, because they didn't want to hear the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai back when I originally started here in this wicked ass city, man, that I call Satan's town.
Right.
'Cause that's all it is, man. It's like Sodom and Gomorrah. That was the exact same thing. Satan's town. Those were Satan's cities. He took them captive, man, and they didn't even know. But by their actions, you saw it. Just like we see it through your actions, we know that this city or these cities or towns, they're perishing. They're dying, man. They're spiritually dead. You know, we're heaping heavy coals of fire upon y'all's heads. You don't even know it, man, and y'all ain't afraid of it. So that's what the brother just read, is that this prophecy is set to send great destruction and death upon this place, man. Read that last scripture right on it, right under it.
Behold, saith Yahweh, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
Keep going.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. The four corners of the earth.
That's right.
The earth is hurting, man. The animals are hurting. Why? Because of you people, man. The inhabitants of the earth. Y'all make chemicals. All right, y'all drill into the earth. All right, you're steadily destroying the earth. You're killing animals for sport. Not considering that those actions, those vibrations, hurt everything else, the trees. This is the Most High's creation. He created for us to thrive and to enjoy, not to destroy. But that's what Edomites have done, the so-called white men. They've done that, man. And I can prove it through the scriptures that the Bible speaks about you and speaks about America. And America, and the Latin word is amargo, which means bitter. Which they don't teach you that in school. You have to go to the etymology of words and learn and educate yourself. Because they don't teach you what you need to know about truth in the school system. Which proves that the educational system is set up by warlocks, witches, Satanists, you know, Freemasonry, homosexuals, lesbians. That's all that's governed by our school system nowadays, man. Bunch of homosexuals, man, trying to teach our kids. You got this LGBT community that is trying to stand up for the rights. Don't you know that Sodom and Gomorrah got destroyed for them actions, man? For popping people in the rear? That was speaking of in the Bible, man. There's action. There's a consequence for actions, man. And America is going to be held accountable for everything that it's done. And I'm talking about the rulers of America. I'm talking about the Edomites, the so-called white men. Now, if you don't fall into that category, then you could be an Israelite, because it's not about color.
Right.
Just like you say, the so-called black men, the African men, everything's based off color, right? But the truth relies in the scriptures on how to identify individual people. Because not all so-called white people are Edomites.
Right.
But the ones that fit that shoe, you're gonna have to wear it, man. And you're gonna have to receive your just reward for your actions. Go ahead.
For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
And their hurtful works are fulfilled. Everything's reached the heavens, man. That's why you see mass destruction occurring on the earth, as Yahweh Shai prophesied. Volcanoes, famines. You got a lot of people dying by diseases. You got the black plague that is still the bubonic plague that comes back every now and then, man. That they find in these dead animals. Everything's gonna come back at its full force, man. Just like the truth, we're coming back. The true prophets, the men of the Lord, are coming back. Because we're in the end of days, the end of days. All right? Go ahead.
Therefore saith Yahweh, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
See? He's not holding his tongue no more. And how is he not holding it? By the way of the prophets, the men that are on the highways and the byways. Presenting their body a living sacrifice. Sounding the trumpet before the face of their enemy. All right? Before their own people. The Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Whoever's out there, it don't matter. Even if you are out there speaking to nobody, you're speaking his word into the air, man. That's spoken. How can I prove that? In the book of Ezekiel. All right, John the Baptist was crying in the wilderness, man. Yeah, he had followers, he had people listening to him. But that's how he started out his ministry, out in the wilderness, man. And people came.
Which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
He ain't gonna suffer you, meaning that he ain't gonna let you slide, man.
Right.
You will receive that reward of destruction. All right? Because it tells you that in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, that the Most High is gonna judge every man's work, what he had done in his body. Because in order to do good and bad, you have to be put in the physical body, in the flesh. You can't be judged if you're just a spirit, because you're doing exactly what you're programmed to do. Because everything in the heavens is right, man. But on earth, it's a battlefield. It's a test. That's all this place is. This is like a big ass circus, man, full of games and options and different avenues on where you can and can't go. And you got exit doors within a circus or things of that nature, and those are the elect that are finding their way to those exits, and they're going to see a broader and wider gate, man, as far as that's leading to a kingdom. But this whole place is set up as a test, man, a battlefield. All right, it's not a place to enjoy. Even though the garden of Eden, Idam, means paradise or joyful, or paradise or pleasure. This is not no pleasure, man. This is the pleasure to fulfill wickedness, though. So don't get it twisted.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
And that's what we're doing. We're sighing and crying for all the abominations that are being committed on the earth, and prophesying, letting you know that death reigns this earth. Gross darkness encompasses the whole earth, man. All right, read that part one more time.
Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
And the souls of the just complain continually, man. They're complaining about what? About the things that I've been mentioning. The earth being hurt, the animals suffering, the children suffering. Or you got badass children that don't want to listen. You know, that's vexation to a parent's spirit, man. Whether you're the blood father or mother, stepmother or stepfather, that's vexation, man. To have a child stubborn, because stubborn is likened unto witchcraft. You know, stubbornness. All right, let me pull out this scripture real quick. This is Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, right? So the Most High gave a commandment unto Ezekiel, man. Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And that's what we're doing, man. We're sighing and crying for all the abominations that are being committed here thereof, man. Whether in the city or the whole earth or America. We speak about all of it, man. We speak about the EU, NATO. It don't matter. America, the government, the IRS, the taxation of America, all right, which is really illegal. All right, it's usury, and the Bible condemns that. Okay, so we speak about all of it, man. We go into the history. So we're letting you know, we're setting a mark on those that are signing crime for this work, for this thing, man, that's being committed in the earth, they're on the highways and the byways. So that's why it's vital for individual brothers, man, that are out there. Don't be getting weak, man. Right. Keep moving forward, man. It's like working out. I mean, you could probably put me to work out and I'll probably give up. You know what I'm saying? But that's how brothers use those certain examples, working out, boxing, different sports. They have the mentality, those men that achieve high status in those things, they have that mentality of not giving up, even though it hurts. You have to have that same mentality being on the highways and the byways for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because it takes mental strength, man. All right? And really, it's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that has to be upon you to even do it, man. Because you can have someone mentally strong, have all this different willpower, this, that, and the third, but they ain't gonna thrive out here. Because why? Because the spirit of the Lord ain't in them. It's by His will that you are able to succeed and to go to your last end. It's by Him, man. You know. But it said, and the others He said in my hearing, go you after him through the city and smite. You see. So the death angel that smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, that was Yahweh Shai. All right. So that's what's gonna come over here, man. You're gonna get smitten by plagues, like the brother had read. All right, the spirit of vengeance is going to be put out here, and the spirit of vengeance is already being shown, man. You seeing so-called Negroes being shot in the streets by police officers. They ain't giving no type of leniency when it comes to them being pulled over. They're harassed, threatened, tased, beat. It's not like back in the 80s when Rodney King got smashed by them officers. Now they're doing it every day. They ain't no shame, man. But you got 2/3. Our own people fighting for Edomites, man. Right. So-called white people, or they're trying to make America great again. The only great thing about America is that it's wicked, man. It's full of it's a cesspool. All right. So it said, and to the others He said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have you pity. And the Most High is not going to have pity. Why? Because He stretched out His hand to you, man. Hold that on. You bring out Proverbs chapter 1 and start at verse 20. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. All right? Because the Most High stretched out His arm to you, man. And the way He stretched it out is by way of the man that's on the highways and the byways, preaching, teaching, speaking, whatever you want to call it. That's how the Most High deals, man. You know, this is the true way. All right, not no church cooped up in your own safety. This is where you're gonna face true persecution. This is where you're gonna be marked by these individuals as somebody to stay away from or to try to hurt. They're gonna separate you from your company. You're gonna suffer that type of suffering. You see? So go ahead and read it. 1 and 20.
Proverbs chapter 1 verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voices in the streets.
Yep. So that's wisdom. You know, wisdom ain't floating out here just speaking to you. You just see a bodily cloud floating in the corner of a street, and it's just speaking. You're like, and everybody's going to it in amazement. It's doing it. It's going that smoke, that cloud that was spoken of in the Old Testament when it would sit in the holies of holies. That was the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Now it's resting in this temple because that was a forerunner, a foreshadow of what was to come, a greater thing. What they weren't understanding in that time because they weren't ready to receive it. They were carnal. Because you have to be spiritual to receive these things that are written in the Bible. So wisdom is making known her voice, her words by way of a man in the flesh. Go ahead.
She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and the fools hate knowledge.
Yep. And you fools hate knowledge, meaning that you hate the Bible. You hate the instructions that are given to you because they're too heavy. Like the Most High said, my commandments are not grievous. They are grievous unto you. Why? And it's because you don't follow them. If you follow them, you'll see how it's just about instructions. It's about order.
Right.
But if they're heavy to you because your actions are showing otherwise, they're too heavy for you. You can't stop eating pork, man.
Right.
People actually can't stop eating pork. You know, that's crazy, man. Like you're in 2018 and you know that pork, a lot of people know it's unhealthy for them, but they still eat it. They eat shrimp, lobster,
Right.
crawfish, oysters. Said that word, man. You know, go ahead.
Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you.
See?
I will make known my words unto you.
He's gonna make known his true doctrine unto you by way of a man on the highways and the byways. Speak in my ears of my people the words of prophecy. All right, because in Revelation chapter 19 it said that the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the word of prophecy, and Yahweh Shai comes written in the volume of a book.
Right.
Go ahead.
Because I have called and ye refused.
Yep. See, that's where he stretched out that hand with the brother about to read.
Right. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof.
Right. You didn't want to receive reproof from the man that was on the highways and the byways.
Right.
You rather be in these damn clubs drinking beer at what, fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you know, being at the lake, getting drunk, listening to the same damn Tejano song that they made fucking what 10, 20 years ago, you know. This is the new song that y'all should be thirsting after, man.
Right.
Y'all should be listening, wanting to hear. Everything you're doing is everybody's done. It's repetitive old BS, man. Eating at the same restaurant that's been here that's garbage of food, man. Fuentes.
Right.
Garbage, so-called Latino food, man. You know, you go to Mexico, you'll find way better food than that, man.
Right.
You go to a so-called Mexican's home at a house and you'll get way better food than this, man. Doing the same thing over and over. And what? For nothing. It's all vanity. But this truth right here, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai trying to tell you, you will receive life. But because you rejected it, go ahead.
I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh.
It said that the Lord is going to laugh at your calamity. This is in the King James,
Right.
the Holy Bible. Whether it be in the Santa Biblia or the King James. All right, the Old English. It said that the Lord was going to laugh at your calamity. Why would he do that if he was all love?
Right.
We can bring it out in the New Testament too, where the Lord he's not going to care about seeing you being destroyed, man, because of your wickedness, because of your stubbornness, your hard head, your stiff neck, being a blockhead.
Right.
Go ahead.
When your fear cometh as desolation.
When your fear comes as desolation, the Most High ain't gonna have no pity on you, man, because you rejected repentance when it was presented to you, man.
Right.
You were more concerned about your woman. You were more concerned about your 401k plan that you had at your job.
Right.
You weren't willing to present your body a living sacrifice out here on the highways and the byways, man, as it is ascribed in the scriptures, man. Go ahead.
And your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you.
Yep. When distress and anguish comes upon you, you're gonna be crying unto the Most High. You're gonna be calling every name in the book, and he ain't gonna hear you because you didn't seek out knowledge.
Right.
You weren't properly reading the scriptures, man. You weren't being guided by a man of the Lord that had the Spirit on him.
Right.
You were going to these false preachers, taking your money, man, getting rich, while the poor out here, my own people, suffering, man. But even my people, the 2/3, reject this heavenly treasure.
Right.
That it's worth, it cannot be compared unto gold or rubies,
Right.
which is his hidden wisdom, man. Go ahead.
Then shall they call upon me,
Then you're gonna call upon him. Go ahead.
but I will not answer.
But he ain't gonna answer. Go ahead.
They shall seek me early,
Yeah.
but they shall not find me.
You ain't gonna find him because it's too late, man. When all hell breaks loose here in America, when they implement martial law, for whatever reason, for whatever excuse that they use, whether it be a false flag, all right, or an actual terrorist attack, all right, or some type of epidemic that has to do with disease, all right, or this coming recession that's coming, They're gonna implement the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. He ain't gonna hear you, man. He ain't gonna answer you because those days were the days of repentance and mercy is open right now, but those doors are about to be shut.
Right.
Just like in the time of Noah, man, the ark. This is a spiritual ark that's being developed right now.
Right.
This is the third temple that's being built. We are those lively stones, man. Through the spirit and the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
For that they hated knowledge.
And our own people, the 2/3, the Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians hate knowledge.
Right.
And this is who the salvation pertains to, man. It pertains to the Hebrew Israelites, who are the Negro, Latinos, the Native American Indians, or the confusion of faces. All right, go ahead.
And did not choose the fear of Yahweh.
And you didn't choose the fear of the Lord. And the scriptures say in that same book, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
Right.
All right? So to have a healthy fear towards Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, that's good, man. Because that's respect. Fear and respect go hand in hand.
Right.
If you don't respect me, you don't fear me. It's not meaning that because you can't beat me up. It's not talking about that kind of fear.
Right.
It's talking about respect, man. Reverence. You know, obedience. Like I said, you have children that they don't fear their parents, man, and they're a little ass piece of shit that you'll stomp the hell out. But they have that wicked spirit on them, man, that they don't fear you.
Right. No
They're
respect.
stubborn.
Right.
And the Lord already said stubbornness is as the sin of witchcraft, man. And you can beat their ass, you can cuss them out, but that ain't gonna take it away. Because something already took hold of them. It's gonna be through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to release that individual from that hold, man. That's why we're on the highways and the byways fishing for those certain men to break them from those chains of that chain of bondage, man.
Right.
That Satan has take hold of them. That Esau was being used as that instrument to do that, man. Or a 2/3. Like you got all these damn weirdos in the music industry, you know. Well, that one that just recently died, that Triple X, Tentacion. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Wicked.
That motherfucker got, you know, some people saying he didn't die. Some people think he did. Whatever the case is, they're wicked as hell, man. You got that 6'9" individual, wicked, man. Like they're bugged out of their goddamn mind. You got kids that are gonna start doing shit like that, heavily, being tied up all over the face. You know, that when you saw that kind of stuff, that was like from the prison, man. You saw people all tatted up from you know, all over their face, their heads. You know, that's a heathenistic custom, man. That's not a tradition of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai that y'all people claim y'all believe in the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man.
Right.
Because the Bible condemns that shit, man. Go ahead.
They would none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way.
You're gonna eat the fruit of your own way.
That's right.
You know, so you want to make a covenant with death, you're gonna receive death, man.
That's right.
They'll say Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, who you call Jesus Cristo, or Santa Maria, Santa Guadalupe, Muerte.
That's right.
Whatever deity you follow, that's what you're gonna receive, man. That's your just punishment. Because here in America, you can get away with whatever you want. They'll pat you on the back for doing wicked shit.
Right.
You know? The wicked thrive here in America, man. Even in Mexico, you got the wicked thriving. You got people, my own people suffering over there because you got the corruption there in the government, the cartels. Even the government here in America is wicked. It's corrupt. Like I said, the IRS is illegal, man. Usury, taxing individuals is the Bible condemns that. Go ahead.
And be filled with their own devices, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them.
The prosperity of fools shall destroy them, man. Because a fool is unwise. When you look up the word fool, it means to be unwise.
Right.
You got a lot of individual people that don't know how to apply that knowledge that is contained in the Bible, which makes you unwise and a fool. Is there more on me? I'm sure there is.
But whoso heareth unto me shall dwell safely.
But he that hears unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai shall dwell safely.
That's right.
All right, that means you're going to be protected. You're going to receive certain gifts of the Spirit, man. Whatever the Most High grants you. But ultimately, he's going to give you the spirit of prophecy. Coming out to the highways and the byways. I'm speaking to men, not women.
Right.
Because only men are supposed to be ministers of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And shall be quiet from fear of evil.
And we shall be quiet from fear and evil. Like I made mention, America's fixing to experience great tribulation, man. Great plagues, death and destruction. You're already seeing it right now. But every city is going to be touched. Right. Every city, town, crevice. Like I said, you people that are preparing for the doomsday, you're going to be sought out of them holes, from the ground, from the mountains. You got people that are going to try to hide in the heavens. It tells you that in the book of Amos chapter 9. The Most High is going to find you out. All right?
My son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee, so that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding.
And apply your heart unto understanding, which apply means an action word. Right. So you apply that understanding. The application of knowledge is what? Wisdom. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, if thou criest after knowledge and lifted up thy voice for understanding, if thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for hid treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of Yahweh and find knowledge of God.
Yeah, you see, so he's going to make things known unto you.
Right.
He's going to show you that everything that you knew prior was a bunch of BS. Right. It was all false. This is the way. This is the truth. All right? Is there more on that? Or you already run into two?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot. Let me bring this up. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. But we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he had done, whether it be good or bad. You see? So everything's going to be judged, man. What you have done in your body here on the earth. Okay? So everybody's going to have to be come to the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai. And it's starting right here. Because through the mouths of the prophets, we're casting judgment. We're making the word, the judgments known unto you people that are coming, that are being played out. All right? Like tonight, something might pop off here in the city. You know? Just because you people didn't want to hearken. You know? It happens every day, every second, every minute. Right now, people are dying, getting robbed. Someone's getting raped. There's abortion clinics committing murder right now. But somewhere, somehow, it's going to pertain to you. And when it hits you, then you're going to know that a prophet had been among you and he spoke these words unto you, man. All right. Go back to, or you know what? Go to Nahum 3:1. Nahum. It's like right after Daniel. You go towards that way. Nahum 3:1. And I'm gonna finish this real quick. Going back to Ezekiel 8:5. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. See, so if you don't got if you're not sealed by the Holy Spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, you're gonna be judged towards death, man. Like I said, everyone that has done what you have done in your body, you shall be judged by good or evil. So the ones that done evil, you're going to be judged, whether you're a child or elderly or a woman. You're not going to be exempt. It says, but come not near any man upon whom the mark, who is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. So that's where it's beginning with the 12 tribes, man, the Israelites. That's where Esau is showing his true horns to these individual people, man. All right. It says, then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. All right. Go ahead.
Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. the prey departeth not.
That's right. Who is that? Woe unto that bloody city. Who is that bloody city talking about? So talking about America.
Right.
Now in 2018, that's who it pertains to. When the word woe means destruction to that bloody city. All right? Go ahead, read it.
Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery.
It's all full of lies and robbery. How is it full of lies? Because of the false doctrines.
Right.
Because of those philosophies that the so-called white man has pushed out. Whether it be through the Babylonian culture, through the Ammonite culture, or Moab's culture. Either way, he pushes it out. He allows it to come out here. You got the false Christianity doctrine, that old plantation doctrine that has kept us enslaved for hundreds of years. Now we're being liberated from all that, man.
Right.
Now we're coming into our true stature, true power. That's what Yasha'Allah, Israel, is in the Hebrew, Yasha'Allah, which means he is a prince of power. Why? Because we're being broken from those chains of darkness, things of that nature. All right? From our flesh, all right? From these different lies. Because lies destroy individuals, man. And one heavy lie that's being pushed on my people is that white image Jesus.
Right.
That's really a man that lived during the Renaissance period named Cesar Borgia.
Right.
And you got Latinos that heavily worship that image, man. So woe unto the bloody city that is full of lies and robbery. And how is it full of robbery? Because it stole this land from the Native American Indians, the indigenous people of the land, man.
That's right.
So that there's a recompense for stealing. You all know that. You know the 10 Commandments, right? And one of the 10 Commandments says, thou shalt not steal. So explain that to me. You find somebody that steals, you got other cultures, they'll cut their hand off, man. They get caught stealing, they'll cut their hand off. Here in America, you get caught stealing, what happens? You're gonna be put in jail. Right? Same thing with the Most High.